buzzer.
The buzzer goes next. That's it.
I think a nice little doorbell, a little chime, kind of add a little finesse to the game.
All right, Alan, it's all yours.
Good, you can do the scoring.
It's always
no
the
easy task.
best part of the game.
Well, Darren Queenan is going to go up for Norristown once again. And it's going to be for, yes, the scoring is right. Jeff
Wow,
Brandon
after one quarter.
Boy, this doesn't give me a break around here. Dupre going up. Queenan taps it. Darryl Wise comes up with it. Wise looking for someone, then puts it on the floor. He's at the line. Over to Jerome Reinhardt. Back at the Wise. Frank Dobbs into the game now. Chuck Walker started at the guard position for Norristown at the point guards. That pass is picked off. Taken by Parkway. Benson. To Warren, now down in the corner. It's McAllister. Back to Warren. Benson puts it up. Number 35 hits it. So Wayne Benson gets his first bucket. Or correction, make that Derek Benson. Jerome Reinhardt has a momentary open, goes up there, but that shot is blocked. We're going to have a foul, too, called on number 24, Joseph Hill.
And not too many players can take Jerome Reinhardt to the floor. That was a nice play by Benson. It was a clean block, but he got his body in front, I think, that time.
Well, that was a quick decision, too, on Jerome's part. He saw the opening there. It was there for a second, so he decided to drive in the lane. He figured he was either going to get the bucket or get the foul. Wise play.
We had the same perspective on that play that Jerome did, and we could see the opening down the right side.
A little too hard that time by Jerome. And Jerome hits one of two. Norristown up 18-13. Warren swings it now over to Benson. Back to Warren. Warren swings back now to McAllister. McAllister being pressured by Queenan. Tries to go cross court. It's tapped away by Darryl Wise. And we're going to have 3 seconds violation. This time it's going to be called on number 24, Joseph Hill. So Norristown gets it again. It's the second time Parkway's been caught for that one. Darryl Wise, double team, loses it. It's open. McAllister comes up with it. McAllister drives it for the basket. And Darren Queenan is called for the foul.
Nice play by McAllister. Drew the foul very well. Just moved his body right in for the shot. Got it off the glass for the short layup. And now he's going to go to the line for a three-point play.
And Jeff, we're seeing the same thing that happened periodically against Norristown when they played Frankfurt in the Triangle Tournament. The guards for Norristown would get pressured in the backcourt. No one came back to help them out. And Frankfurt, and tonight in Parkway's case, in that last play, comes up with a turnover.
That's exactly what we saw in the Frankfurt ball game. That's what took Norristown out of it. Here we are once again. Frank Dobbs into the ball game, incidentally, for Norristown. Chuck Walker on the bench.
That time the pass intended for Darren Queenan, knocked away. Good hustle that time. Let's see, it was number 50, McAllister.
And that's something we saw in the Frankfurt ball game, too, trying to force passes inside and having the ball stolen or knocked out of bounds or just thrown out of bounds.
Frank Dobbs in there. Darryl Wise, cans it from the corner. So Darryl's 2 for 3 shooting tonight, 4 points.
Darryl's good. We can make that shot, but look out when he's cold.
Yeah. Benson swings it down there in the corner. He's being hounded by Queenan and Dobbs. Now Warren has it. Warren in the corner to Theodore McAllister. Drives the baseline. Met by Jerome Reinhardt. Reinhardt tries to tie him up. Jerome Reinhardt tied him up that time with one hand.
Well, that was one of the funny. That would have been a great picture to put in the paper. Jerome Reinhardt with his hands on the ball. It's stuck in between the other opposing player's legs. That was for posterity.
That's one big pair of mitts there for Jerome Reinhardt. Now you know why it was all stayed in the defensive end position. Reinhardt wins it, but Benson comes up with it for Parkway. Warren is met now by Dobbs over to Benson. Benson in the corner, back to Dobbs. That shot, air ball, but taken by McAllister. McAllister in the right place at the right time that time.
I'm really beginning to wonder if that isn't a pass for Parkway, because we've seen 2 baskets off of that air ball, and they do shoot air balls a lot.
Okay, Darren Queenan that time takes the shovel pass from Dobbs and puts it up for the layup. Queenan 5 points. Queenan, of course, coming off a 33-point performance, 17 rebounds against Souderton. Lob pass, this time inside, tapped out of bounds though by Dante Woods.
Joe Hill, I think, looking for the foul that time over the top of Jerome Reinhardt. The call wasn't forthcoming, but they'll have it from beneath their own basket.
Finally get it in now. Nice little elbow that time by Dupre, and he isn't called for it, but now we're going to have a foul. I think that was a flagrant one. He only elbowed Dobbs right in the chest.
Yeah,
He got away with it.
Frank Dobbs has a nice stomach ache now, and no foul call. I think everybody on this side of the court saw the foul.
It's a good thing the two officials right around the player didn't see that one. But is it our job to criticize?
Definitely not.
I think so. McAllister, double dribble that time. He gets away with it. Yes, the officials are wearing glasses. McAllister drives in, puts it up, partially blocked by Woods, and Queenan comes away with it. He gives it to Darryl Wise now. Parkway going back on the defensive end. Wise down in the corner, Jerome Reinhardt back out to Wise. Right side of the key, puts it on the floor, dumps it off to Queenan. Little 6-footer is good. Nice play by Darryl Wise there, saw Queenan was open, dumped it off, and Queenan put it off the glass. That's
right, good ball movement by Norristown. They looked for the open man that time. Darryl could have put the shot up, kind of underhand spin shot or something with 4 men on him, but he saw Darren there on the right side.
Well, it's 24-18. Norristown still up. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this second quarter. Parkway's kept it close. Steal by Jerome Reinhardt. Reinhardt loses the handle. Finally picks it up again. Lost his opening, though. Goes to Darryl Wise. Wise puts it up, and it's in. Wise, that time, looked over to his left side, saw he was open, and just popped it.
I think it's time for a timeout for Parkway. I don't know. They better watch out. Norristown, they get that running game going. Look out.
Benson back out now to Warren. Warren off the rim, and Darryl Wise comes up with it, so Norristown can go up by 10 here, 26-18. Wise, nice pass inside to Dante Woods. Woods tries to make his move before he had a handle on it, and the foul is being caught on
Dante Woods. Nice play that time. Way to draw the foul there. Darryl Wise made a nice pass to Dante. He saw the hands go up. Dante wanted the ball, and then he drove the lane. Man had position on him.
That time he was thinking basket before he was thinking of holding the ball.
And it looks like we're in the 1-and-1 situation.
And Phil Bugg, number 14, is going to check into the ball game now, replacing Dante Woods. Dante has picked up 2 personal fouls in the first half now.
And we have 4:34 left to go in this first half. Phil had a fine game against Frankfurt. His high ball game, 12 points there for him. And Dante Woods sat out most of the second half.
And Derek Benson hits number 1. Look at his second shot. Benson, 2 for 2, 26-20, Norristown up. Wise getting double teamed now. Dobbs bringing up the middle of the court. Breaks open to Darren Queenan. Queenan open, and Queenan goes in for the dunk. And that's a problem when you double team in the backcourt. There's only one guy open, and Darren Queenan was the man.
Heck of a play by Darren.
Norristown crowd really psyched after that slam by Queenan. Darryl Wise, pressure knocks it out of bounds, and Norristown gets it on the turnover. Darryl Wise that time knocked it right off the leg of Theodore McAllister. So Wise inbounds it now, and Frank Dobbs takes it down the court for the Eagles.
And Theodore McAllister does not look happy. Didn't like that call. The man is upset.
Queenan over to Wise now, left corner. Wise inside to Queenan, left side of the lane, no good. Tapped around there, finally taken down by Parkway. Benson up and running, or Warren up and running now for Parkway. Over to Benson. He comes to the top of the key, now down to Warren. Warren met by Dobbs, tapped away there, loses it, goes back inside to Dupre. Dupre puts it up, tapped finally. Let's see, it comes on down. Once again, his second attempt this time is good by Joseph Hill. It's a good second effort by Hill. Going up twice, getting his rebound, and finally canning it. Dobbs to Queenan. Queenan wide open off the glass, rolls off the rim, tapped in by Jerome Reinhardt. Reinhardt, the trailer on the play, came on in and tapped in the miss by Queenan.
And there's the timeout I was looking for. It's 30-22 Norristown, 3:22 left to go in the first half. Norristown looks good, Al.
Norristown is capitalizing on the defensive breakdowns. Of course, they're going to the full court pressure, or they're going to the backcourt pressure. That leaves someone open, and Darren Queenan's been the man a couple times for Norristown. Norristown's been able to get it down low to him quickly.
We mentioned that Norristown had problems getting around that in the Frankfurt ball game. This ball game, they're not. You know, maybe they've worked on it. That was the turning point, I think, in the Frankfurt ball game. They've avoided that pressure here tonight.
Well, Parkway's guards are not nearly as quick as the guards from Frankfurt, but that's right. Norristown is going to have a problem when they're going to face teams with the quickness in the guard positions like Frankfurt had.
All right, Norristown cheerleaders out there for you. Monica Butler, head cheerleader. Charlotte Marinello, Dawn Colbreth, Stephanie Stitcher, Barb Servino, Jan McCard, Kathy Lozanak, Jennifer Tasca, Jadonna Rochette, and Ellen Flannery. I've got them all memorized from football season.
Right. Nice round of applause there by the Norristown fans for the Norristown cheerleaders. How they do those twirls, I'll never know.
Kills me every time.
Out there for Norristown, Dobbs, number 5, and number 15, Wise in the backcourt. Front court, Jerome Reinhardt, 24, Phil Bugg, 14, 12, Darren Queenan. Let's see, we have a new player in there for Parkway. Number 53 is into the ball game, and that's Derek Hill. Got a couple new players in there for Parkway. Now as Benson has it. Benson off the glass, no good, tapped out by Jerome Reinhardt. Also in there, number 10, Eric Pigford for Parkway.
I'm sorry he has that name, I really am. Eric Pigford, all right.
It's different. Pigford has it right now. Pigford being pressured by Wise, double team now, Jerome comes over. Warren has it. Warren back to Pigford. To Benson. Parkway trying to work the ball inside, but they've been unsuccessful in this second quarter. Norristown opening up an 8-point lead, 30-22. In and out, no good. Let's see, it's on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball. I think it's going to be Phil Bugg. And we've got a Parkway player down on the court here momentarily.
It's Joe Hill, number 24, and I think it's going to be Hill who's going to go up for the jump ball against Phil Bugg. Hill's playing a hustling ball game right here. He's really working on the boards. I'm going to wait for Joe Hill to shake things off here.
A couple of cobwebs upstairs for Joe Hill that time. And Hill wins the tap easily, but Frank Dobb comes up with it. Dobb, he passes down. Now Wise off the glass, no good. Let's see what the call. And we're going to have an offensive foul called on Darryl Wise that time. He leveled Derek Benson.
I don't know if Benson really had position. It looked good from where we stood.
Well, he made it look good, though. Benson off his heels very quickly when Wise came charging into him.
Chuck Walker back into the ball game. Darryl Wise going to take a rest on the bench here for a little while.
Chuck Walker, number 10, started the ball game for Norristown. He hasn't played yet in the second quarter. David Warren now has it. Warren back out to Benson. You can see Parkway has been kept outside. They haven't been able to go inside to their big guys. Hill fighting in there for the rebound. Comes up with it. He's double teamed. He goes up, and it's traveling, folks.
And both officials called at that time. Wasn't that nice? We had walking in stereo.
What a cohesive bunch of officials.
Cohesive, good word. I love that.
Cohesive. United, how's that? I had the thesaurus right here.
And Phil Bugg is definitely fouled by number 53, Derek Hill. Phil will go to the line shooting 1-and-1.
Bugg breaks the ice, point number 1. Norristown coming into this ball game with a 10-1 record. Their only loss is the Frankfurt Pioneers in the finals of the Triangle Club Tournament. Bugg cans both. 32-22, biggest lead for Norristown, 10 points. Bounce pass to Pigford. Pigford drives right around Jerome Reinhardt. He is met though and finally dumps it off to, let's see, Derek Hill. Hill puts it in. Chuck Walker pushing it down the far side of the court. Walker over to Dobbs. Dobbs, top of the key. Jerome Reinhardt, open baseline. No good. And Darren Queenan and Derek Benson are going to be called for a jump here. Coming back into the ball game is going to be number 21, John Mack. Taking a seat on the bench, 22, David Warren. Queenan just hangs in the air, gets the tap, but loses it as Parkway comes up with it.
It's a nice play by Pigford. He anticipated where Darren Queenan was going to go with that tap.
Nice move that time by Joseph Hill. Just hung in midair, finally just laid it up and in.
Good control of his body that time. Nice move by Frank Dobbs right there.
Queenan down on the right side. Chuck Walker swings out. Inside to Jerome Reinhardt. Reinhardt posts up his man off the glass. No good. Tap. Miss. Phil Bugg comes up with it. Tapped again by Queenan. Queenan puts it down again, then puts it up. Air ball. Phil Bugg comes with it. What a show of rebounding by Norristown. Dobbs hits it from the line. 5 consecutive offensive rebounds for Norristown, and that's the way to deposit 2 points.
Smart play by Phil Bugg, too. They were fighting for the ball inside. He dished it right at the Frank Dobbs. Frank had an easy free throw, almost a free throw, a jump shot from the free throw line. Offensive foul we're going to have here, an elbow called against Parkway, so Norristown's going to have the ball back again. But you're right, that was a nice offensive series almost for Norristown with the 5 rebounds and then finally getting the 2 points on the jumper.
And number 33, Donald Tucker, is checked into the ball game now for Parkway.
I believe Mack was just called with that last foul for the elbow. Jerome Reinhardt makes the basket on the turnaround, so 2 more points for the Eagles.
Reinhardt, 11 points now in the game. Norristown back in their familiar 2-3 zone. We've only got 50 seconds to go here in this first half. Norristown up 36-26. Benson hanging in the air, puts that one up, no good. Chuck Walker down the far side. Walker down Queenan. He's open. Queenan going for the slam. His shot is blocked, but the foul is being called on number, 24, Joseph Hill. Once again, we've seen Norristown breaking down there quickly. Darren Queenan had the opening, was going for the slam. He drew the foul.
Norristown wants to make this a dunk festival. I think they'd love to see some of that happening. The Norristown fans would too. They love it.
That is one way to definitely motivate a team.
A slam is a big thing in Norristown, boy.
Well, that time was a wise play, too, by Darren Queenan, because he realized he had Hill committed, so he went in there for the slam. There was no way Hill was either going to miss the shot, let Queenan go in for the bucket, or else foul him.
I thought you were going to say it was a wise play by Darrell Wise, but he wasn't in the ball game, and I said, thank goodness.
We only mess up that once. Queenan bounces off, of course, the backside. No good. Reinhardt coming up with it.
Queenan missed both of those.
Phil Bugg in and out, taken by Queenan. Queenan loses it, and Pigford comes up with it. Pigford sees Benson breaking down the right side, and it's up and in. Nice play that time by Pigford. Saw Denson breaking down the other side. Walker has it. 10 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. And we are going to have a foul called on number 35, Derek Benson, reaching in that time on Chuck Walker.
So with 10 seconds left, number 10, Chuck Walker will be at the line. How about that? No, you don't like that? All right.
I have nothing to say.
What a switch.
Oh, you're getting better now. Well, Chuck misses that one. Got 8 seconds here, and now we're going to have a foul. Chuck Walker was trying to tie up Benson.
Okay, with 8 seconds left, number 35, Derek Benson's going to shoot. What does 3 and 5 add up to? 8 seconds.
Totally irrelevant.
You see these little games I play when you're doing the play-by-play?
I hope the scoring's right at halftime. Let me tell you, if the points do not equal what's up on the scoreboard, it's your fault.
I'll just guess John Farrell. He's keeping score too.
Benson gets the first.
That's why I love to have 2 people keeping score, because we invariably lose about 7 or 8 points in every ball game. Who knows where they go?
Charity. Benson, 2 for 2. Reinhardt inbounds it quickly. Walker driving down here. 6 seconds left to go. Walker to Queenan. Queenan pulls up. 15-footer off the rim. No good. Walker in the air. His shot is no good. So that's it at the end of one half of basketball. Norristown leading Parkway 36-30. We'll be back in just a moment with our halftime show. Well, at halftime, the Norristown Eagles are up over Parkway 36-30. And Jeff, we were talking right before we came on that 6-point lead should have been a lot more.
Well, that's right. Norristown gave away 4 easy points at the end of the first half. They had a couple quick turnovers. They lost the ball on passes, threw the ball out of bounds. Parkway came back and converted them. That was a nice play on their part.
Norristown, this ball game, they've never trailed in the ball game. They played a good game. Parkway has gone to the defensive backcourt pressure. It's caused a few problems for Norristown's guards, but they've been able generally to bring it on out. Jerome Reinhardt has been dropping back to help Darrell Wise, Chuck Walker, and Frank Dobb, whoever the combination that's in the ball game at the moment. Of course, as we said, Parkway is not nearly as effective as Frankfurt is using the backcourt pressure.
I see. That's why you mentioned Frankfurt. That's great how you cover up for yourself.
I had to cover up.
It's a fantastic.
Wait till we get to the scoring, folks.
That's right. We lose points all the time, but it doesn't matter. Frankfurt's a good. Yeah, Frankfurt. Dang. Oh, jeez. My goodness.
I mean? He messed up.
Parkway is a fine ball club. Norristown's playing an excellent ball game tonight. They've had hot shooting. They haven't really been missing anything outside. They've had good penetration. Darren Quinning's playing a fine game under the boards for them. Jerome Reinhardt, of course, is his usual dominating self, and Dante Woods hasn't played poorly at all.
No, Norristown, we were saying before the ball game, Parkway, very good size up front with Dupre and Hill and the other guys. But Norristown's matched up very well. Matter of fact, I think Norristown has had the better of the rebounding tonight. We saw that one sequence, I think, which is indicative of the way Norristown's been boxing out down low, where Norristown came up with 5 consecutive rebounds on the offensive end of the board. Finally, they swung it back out. Phil Buggs swung it on out to Frank Dobbs, who canned the easy jumper. Norristown just dominating down low. And Parkway's coach Harper has gone with a quicker lineup, putting in smaller guys, get a little speed in there to match Norristown's running game.
That's right. I think he's using his players well. He's trying to go with the combination that's going to work for him. He's got everybody over 6 feet that he has here tonight, so why not switch things up, find the right chemistry for his ball club? I'm sure this team has depth. That's why he's going to use them time and again.
Parkway only down by 6. They're still in this ball game. At times it looked like Norristown could really put them away. Parkway just kept on close, and we should have a good second half. Now let's go to the scoring here, which might be right. Yes.
Okay, for Norristown, leading Norristown scorers, Jerome Reinhardt with 11 points, as we said, playing a fantastic ball game. Darren Queen at 8 points, Dante Woods 6, Darrell Wise 6 as well, Phil Bugg, Frank Dobbs 2 points apiece.
And let's see, Joseph Hill, 8 points, top scorer right now, along with Derek Venson, who came off the bench. He also has 8. They're followed by Joseph Hill, or Theodore McAllister. Let's see, 5 points. I can't make out your writing here.
How about Fred Dupre with 7 points?
How about Fred Dupre with 7 points? David Warren has 2 points. You're getting me all confused. John Mack has 2 points. Should we make a mention of the fact that originally the points didn't add up properly? I mean, well, since you did do the stats.
Somebody has 2 points they really shouldn't have, or maybe they should have them. We'll find out before the end of the ball game.
That's why.
Hopefully at the end of the game our scoring will be correct.
That's why they're unofficial
never go
stats.
by what we have here at the halftime, at least.
Okay, either way, Norristown up by 6, 36-30 over the Parkway Hoyas. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the rest of the second half action. I'm Alan Raleigh, and along with Jeff Brandon, this game is being brought to you by the Norristown Area School District under the direction and leadership of Sam Galbraith tonight.
And he's quite a leader.